Welcome to the video lecture on various operations on vectors using MATLAB. In this video tutorial, you will be able to learn about how to create a row vector, how to create a column vector, and how we can access the various elements within the vector, and how we can modify the vector elements, and also how to concatenate the vectors, and how to find out the smallest value, largest value, and the total number of elements within the given vector. We can also find the sum of all the elements which are present in the vector, and we can also find the product of the elements within the vector, finding the average value and the standard deviations, finding the median. We can also learn about how to sort the elements in ascending order and descending order. We can also find the power of the given array, and we can also learn about the multiplication of the given vectors. Now we try to see each example for each topic that we have tabulated here. So let us open the MATLAB now. So this is the MATLAB. Now we try to see each and everything in command window. So this is the command window where we can instantly check the answers for the entered or given commands. So here we take a variable a and we assign certain values for this. So the elements to the variable should be given in square brackets. So we give the elements as 1, then space 2, then space 3. So we call this one as a row vector. So here when we press, so the answer will be given as 1, 2, 3, where a is the variable of that given row vector. So the vector is also called as the row matrix, where it has having only one row and 3 columns. And we can also enter the same vector in this way also, a equal to 1, 2, 3, and surprisingly the result is same. So in order to enter the horizontal elements or row vector or row matrix, we can either enter the elements of that vector keeping some spaces between the elements, or we may separate those elements by giving commas between them. Now if I will type the same vector once again, so 1, then 2, then 3. Now I will end with a semicolon at the end of the row vector. Then if you look at that one, then the answer is not shown there. That means after end of the command in the MATLAB, if we enter the semicolon, that semicolon will function in such a way that it will not show any result. Okay, so if you want to see the result, we should not put the semicolon at the end of the command in the MATLAB. Now if again I type a, then I can access the values of the previous matrix A or the row vector A having the values 1, 2, 3. Now if I type A, where small a and capital A looks same for us, but let us see whether we get the result for that. So when we press capital A, we are getting the error. So unrecognized function or variable A. From this we can conclude that the MATLAB is a case sensitive programming scientific language. Okay, so for that we have to use what are the letters that were previously used. Those letters only should be used as it is, without changing the small letter to capital letter or capital letter to small letter, like that. Now I will take one more variable 2a. So where 2a equal to, I try to give some elements to that row vector. Now again I will get an error. Why? Because whenever we want to give the variable names in MATLAB, they must start with a letter, not with a digit or a number. So keep that mind. Right. Now, in order to clear this window, command window, we have to type CLC so that entire screen will be erased. So nothing we can't see there. Now, whatever the variables and values that we are dealing with, they will be automatically saved in workspace. Just keep that in mind. Now we really work with the row vectors and column vectors and various operations that are possible that we can do on them. We will see one by one. So let us take a row vector A and assigning the values as 1, then 2, then 3, right? So we call this one as a row vector. Then I will take a column vector. So in order to create a column vector, so I have to use the semicolon between them. That means I have to separate the elements with the semicolon. Then we can see the vector is created. Column vector is created with the 3 elements, 1, 2, 3. Here we can say the column vector as vertical matrix, or it's a column matrix. So where it has 3 elements. Now, how to access the elements within the given vector, we will see. Again, I will clear all these things. Then I will take A as 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So I have taken 4 elements for this row vector. Now I just wanted to access this 2. Then what I type is A of second position. Then if you type, then I can access the element 2 there. Now let us take some other vector B with different elements, 1, then 0, then 9, then 4, then 6, then 3, then 7, like that. Now this is the another row vector. Now if I want to access the various elements, now this is position number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are totally 7 elements, right? To know that, to know the length of the given vector, I should type length, length of that particular vector B. Then I can get the answer as 7. Now I want to access the element which is there in the 3rd position. Then I have to type B of 3. Then the 9 is there in the 3rd position, so I can access 9. So like this, I can access various elements. Okay. Now, how to modify the values in the given vector? For example, that B vector is given with 1, 0, 9, 4, 6, 3, 7. Now I just wanted to make 0 as 5. So in that case, I have to take the vector B, and which element that I want to change? The element 0, which is in 2nd position. So B of 2 is to be modified to, let us consider 10. Okay. So when we enter this command, so the 0 is replaced with 10. So now the elements are 1, 10, 9, 4, 6, 3, 7. Right? Now, if we want to delete any element from that given row vector, then so B of anything that 10 we want to delete, sorry, 10. So it is in 2nd position. So B of 2 should be equated to the null square bracket. We have to keep that square bracket so that will be modified to 1, 9, 4, 6, 3, 7. So like this, we can modify, we can access any element which is there in the given vector. Now we will try to see how to concatenate the vector. That means how can we add 2 vectors. So let us clear the screen now. Again, I will take a row vector A. So with elements 1, 2, 3, for example. Then I will take another vector B. Now the elements are 4, 5, 6. Now I just wanted to add these two row vectors and making to a single vector. Let us consider the resultant vector as C, so which is equal to A plus B. Here, if you enter this command, then you are getting the results as summation of this row vector first element and B row vector first element. These are added, right? So when we enter this command, they are simply adding the elements with respect to the positions. Now to concatenate this, so we have to careful in this regard while concatenating. We have to concatenate the vectors, so we have to type them in square brackets, then A, then B. Now you just see, now they are concatenated. So this way, in order to concatenate the row vectors, we have to type C equal to square bracket A space B, or even we can also type A comma B. The result is same, right? So this way we can try to concatenate the vectors. Now within the given C vector, we try to find out what is the maximum value or what is the minimum, or we try with some other matrix. So let us clear the screen. Take another vector A again. So take any elements on your own wish. So 1, 5, then 10, then 8, then 5, then 7, then 3. So these are the various elements that have entered for the row vector A. Now I just wanted to find out the minimum value of the given vector. So min of A. So by looking at that vector, the minimum value is 1. So we get the value as 1. If we want to find out the maximum value of that given row vector A, so by looking at that, the maximum value is 10. So max of A we are getting as 10. Now if we try to find out what would be the sum of all the elements within that, so just type sum of A, then that 1, 5, 6, then 16, then plus 8, then plus 5, then plus 7, then plus 3. So overall the sum will be 39. There we can get. Now if we want to find out the product, that is the multiplication of each element within the given row vector, so product PROD, then A, so we can get 42,000. Now even if we want to find out the mean, so mean is nothing but the average here. So if you want to find out the average of the given vector elements, so we have to type mean of A, so that we can get that one as 5.5714. Okay, so even if we would like to find out what could be the median value, so here you can type median, so median of A, and you can get 5. So we know how to find out the median, so that we can carry like this. So what are the elements that were there? They must be form into ascending order or descending order. Then we have to cancel the end elements and coming to the center. So what is that element which is present at the middle, that will become the median. Then also we can find out the standard deviation. So here, so standard deviation is calculated with std command. So std of A is 3.0472. So the standard deviation generally gives us how the value is distributed from the mean value in generally. Now the various elements have been taken for the row vector. Again, let us clear the command window screen. Then again you take any vector, row vector. So give the elements as 1, then again 10, then 5, then 7, then 3, then 8, then 2, then 9, like this. Now just wanted to arrange these elements in ascending order and as well as in descending order. So in that case, I have to use a command sort A. So when I use sort A, defaultly that instruction makes all the elements which are there in the row arranges them in ascending order. If we want to keep all the elements in descending order, then we have to sort A in descending order. So you have to type this in term descend. So all the elements will be arranged in highest value to the lowest value. Now we would like to see the array power as well as the array multiplication here. So again we will clear the screen. Then again you can take the element A or the row vector variable A. So here you type 1, then 2, then 3, right? Now I just want to square each and every element which are there in the given row vector. So what should I do is I have to type A, then dot, then cap, then square. So that makes each and element will be multiplied with itself, right? So then we can see 1, then 4, then 9. That is 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, and 3 square is 9. So this is the way that we can. If we if we want to find out the cube of the elements which are present in that vector, so you have to type A, then dot, then cap, then 3, then you can find out 1, then 8, then 27. That means the elements of a row vector is 1, 2, 3. So cube of each element will be 1, then 8, then 27. So in the same way, let us consider A dot, then star, then A. Itself says that it is A square, right? So we get 149. So this way we can find out the powers of the given vector. At the same time, we can also multiply the element wise, element to element, with respect to the positions of different vectors also. For example, let us clear the screen. So A equal to 1, then 2, then 3, then B 4, then 5, then 6. Now I just want to multiply these two. So A dot, then star, then B. So I can get the multiplication of elements. So here you can observe 1 into 4 is 4, 2 into 5 is 10, 3 into 6 is 18. So like this I can multiply the different vectors. So whatever the operations that were done on the row vectors, the same operations are can be applied to the column vectors also, right? But remember, when you consider a row vector, for example A equal to 1, then 2, then 3, and taking B vector as 1, semicolon 2, semicolon 3, then the A is row vector, B is column vector. When we try to multiply these vectors, then their dimensions must be matched. If their dimensions are not matched, then we cannot apply these type of operations on the vectors. So this is all about types of operations that can be carried out on vectors, whether the vector is row vector or column vector. So hope you understand the concepts, how to do the various operations on the vectors in MATLAB. So if you feel this lecture is informative, please do like, share, and subscribe my channel for more technical content. Thank you.